Hmm. Oh, there's the problem. There we go. Okay, hello everybody. I'm Conquering History Games, and welcome back to the Mao's Legacy live stream that I had said I was going to do at this time. Just a second, just getting a little more comfortable. Go automation, man, it's so OP. Well, I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to play that automation track because Mao helped me. I love it. A lot of good stuff on here, but this one really stands out to me. It's so different from the folk songs and stuff. Not that the folk songs aren't, the peasant songs aren't great, you know. Hello. I know that there's some of you who were not here for this morning's stream. What I will just say is we're probably not going to go through the tutorial again because I did that this morning. And that was mostly just so that the people who are watching could see it. And instead we're going to jump right into things, but just like this morning, we're going to have a... You know what, let me turn that down just a little bit. Like to there. We're going to have frequent polls in this stream. And whenever the polls are open, I will have the polls open indicator on the right-hand side. You'll have like 2 to 3 minutes to vote. And we're actually going to open with a relatively major decision soon. So that's when I'll probably give like 5 minutes. Because I want, and this is essentially for people who are in a different time zone. So let's wait a couple minutes for some people to get in. Probably going to have less people than we did this morning, I would imagine. It's kind of going into the evening in the United States. It's the middle of the night in Europe, or like the very early morning in Europe. So we'll just give it a couple of minutes. And yes, this is from Kremlin Games. One of the people who's on the team actually showed up this morning, so that was very cool. Anyway, let's see. Chris says I missed the morning when I was staining rat brains. Whoa! I hope that you're a scientist. Anyway, so what we're actually gonna do? I actually bought myself some Asian spirits here. I bought myself a bottle of, what do you call it? Jinro. So I'm going to pour myself a little bit of that and we'll sip it while we play. Brand new bottle opening. ASMR, baby. NPC Porky. Oh, we back. Here comes the pour. Yeah. Well, everybody cheers. Here's to Mao's Legacy and China. Ooh. I haven't tried this liquor in like a year and a half. You're not a scientist, you're a paid undergrad doing work at a research at a lab, of course. Well, as long as it's research. The staining rat... You know, look, it's technically not illegal to experiment on rat brains at home, as far as I know, but it's probably better if you're doing it in an academic workplace. But yes, inshallah, Chris Niera will be paid this summer. Actually, how do you say cheers in Chinese? Let me look that up. How to say... Or how to toast in Chinese. Or I guess Mandarin is what I should say. In Mandarin. Zihans. Or Ganbei. How to make a toast. Ganbei. Oh, is this the International? I don't see that here, though. Dun, 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 dun. I don't see the International on the track list. This is definitely it, though. You guys hear it, right? I'm not crazy. Anyway, yeah. Cheers, everybody. Gambie. Yep, that's Caesar. You hear meowing. If anybody incidentally wants to finally see a picture of Caesar, I posted one in the community tab today. Finally got around to doing it. So. Let's see here. I was just gonna look up. Hold on. Yeah, so Caesar wants us to go Maoist. That's why he goes meow. You know? Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so let's get to it. We're gonna start up a brand new game. So, for those of you who've never seen this game, who've never played it before, this is essentially a political simulator, and I will sometimes be making comparisons to Paradox Interactive games. I know that those are not the only political and grand strategy simulators that exist in the world, but I'm going to make those comparisons because I figured that you know what those are, since, let's face it, those are the most popular ones. Now, this is the world map. We are China. These different things mean different allegiances, so to oversimplify, the red countries work well together, the blue countries are the USA. Okay, or like red countries are Soviet-aligned, blue countries are liberal-aligned, the yellow is, what was it, like reformist, and then the gray is authoritarian, things like that. Also, I swear to God, if I see people making, what Hearts of Iron 4 mod is this? That's an instant timeout. I've just had enough of the joke. It's been going on for years. Yeah, and as Nick says, this is a much more unforgiving game, because you could just like in a lot of grand strategy games, like it's or at least in Paradox Interactive games, it's very hard to straight out lose. The only quote-unquote easy way to lose in a Paradox game is if like you're playing Crusader Kings 2 and your family gets killed, or like in Hearts of Iron 4, if you're Luxembourg and you go fascist and declare war on Germany in 1938. That's probably not going to go well for you. We are playing as hold on a second, as Hua Guofeng. He's the character who is up here, and we are the current premier of China. We just walked into the office. It's our first day. It's my first day. You know, he's running to work with the toast in his mouth. He's going, I'm gonna be late for my first day as premier. And you know, cue the anime opening. So what we're gonna do? Well, yeah, Sangains is talking about us going liberal. So this morning I had a poll to decide at some point. Basically, this is how it's gonna work. What difficulty I'm on? I think I'm on normal. I know that there's easier than normal, but I don't see much purpose in playing that. At least not for the purposes of the stream. But so what we're going to do is we're going to frequently have decisions to make, and you guys are going to vote on them. At least the first time. Maybe the second time, if I die too quickly, then I will try to do things personally. How long am I planning to stream? You know what? It's probably only going to be an hour and a half, because I streamed this morning, and I did a second stream earlier today as well. And I've got some things that I want to do before I go to bed tonight, so sorry. Anyway, we're gonna have votes on several decisions, but also I've got a lot of things where I might have to decide, like who's gonna be the governor of the capital, who's gonna be the premier, who's gonna be the chairman, and all sorts of things like that. And that's just way too much polling to be done. Like, am I gonna poll for every single freaking governor or something? Ridiculous. So, Liu Feng died. Liu Feng died like 14 years before this game starts, man. Oh, thank you very much, 10 Bravification, who says, time to watch CHG get ripped up by chat. Oh, you know it, baby. So here's what we're going to do. Whenever the poll's open, whenever I got an important decision to make, I'm just going to say polls open on the right. And then when the polls are closed, the polls open will go away. So if you go to the bathroom or something, and you come back and you see polls are open, hop into the chat. I should have a link to the straw poll. Get to it right away. So, what we're going to do right now, the first thing is I'm actually going to start us off with a straw poll, which I'll probably take maybe like 7 minutes to do. So what we're going to do is, it's basically broadly what path do we want to go down, and we'll do a runoff if we need to. The 4 paths are going to be left radical, moderate, liberal, and reformist, okay? Alright. So, liberal, radical, whoops, hold on a sec, radical. So I'm just typing it up now. I should have done this before the stream, actually. Radical left, or I should say left radical, my bad. Left, radical, moderate, and reformist. Okay. Okay, so the polls are open. Let's say 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes maybe. Go, 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 go. Link is in the chat. And so, cheers everybody. This is to hopefully a successful game and a successful stream. I could explain what the paths are, but it's kind of a little more fun if I don't, I think. Everyone's like, it's all on the left! What does this mean? Ah, the damn splitters! And yes, I know some of the people are talking about, you know, oh, well, if you go this path, you could do this or this. I'm talking broadly. Broadly. It's like an equestrian war. Yeah, you have countries where you can go communist, but then once you've gone communist, you have sub-paths to communism, like house or whatever. Actually, it's not just equestrian war that does that, but you know, there's you know, subdivisions, and I know that, but I'm talking, let's do broadly for right now. Already people are saying the polls are rigged. So, wow, you guys are voting freaking quick. I think that's it. Everybody in the chat voted. That's what I like to see. So we're done. We're done already. Everybody in the chat's voted. Give or take one person, and it's not going to be a one-person thing. So the left radicals are in the lead with 41% of the vote, but then the reformists got second place with 31% of the vote. So I guess I'll already type up a second one. Wow, that's what I like to see, y'all. Christopher John Ramos is having a fit. So, okay, let's see, the runoff election. Let's get this pulled up. Dang it, caps lock. Okay, so it's reformists or left radical? Okay, left radical or reformist? Alright, polls are open again, polls are open again. New poll in the chat, new poll in the chat. Gotta purge them before we purge us. This was a self-defense purge. Alright. Yeah, Deng Xiaoping is a reformist. Alright, Christopher, calm down a little bit. I'm fine with some hype in the chat, but let's not get crazy. Okay, this is really interesting. More people have voted in the runoff election than YouTube says was watching the stream right now. So, that's a little weird, because, right now, YouTube's telling me there's only 27 people watching the stream, and yet there's more than that that have voted. So, I don't know if some of you guys are, like, you know, enacting your 7 layers deep proxies to vote a second time? Or what? You have to leave to vote. Oh, okay. Right. I just figured people were like, yeah, you can also, if you're on the computer, you can right-click and then open link in new tab. But that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah. This is a tight vote, guys. It's 50-50 right now. Now it's 51-49 Oh, shoot. It is close. It is close, guys. Vote, 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 vote. Oh, yeah. So let's give this 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes and we'll start. So let's go. Vote, 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 vote till it hurts. Vote, 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 vote till it hurts. Here, cheers, everybody. Here's to an active voting chat. We're still voting. We're still voting. If you're somebody who's off voting in the other thing and you've come back, remember to vote in the new poll, the runoff. We're in a runoff now. It is 51 to 49, people. One vote could make the difference. Until then, we'll really enjoy the stuff. Yeah, Darkside, it's because we're having a runoff now. Runoff election. Because nobody hit 50%. It's a tight, tight race. White Wolf, what runner am I doing? That's what we're voting on right now, White Wolf. Get in the straw poll that's in the chat and vote right now. Need the mail-in ballots for reformist victory. All right, if a full minute goes by and I don't see any more votes, then we'll just stop it early. Yeah, yeah. The dudes clearly don't know the mouse will purge them after the protests of Tiananmen. Pure revisionism, Comrade Mao must know about this. These reforms. People are still voting, so if you haven't, get in there. Need I remind you what happened the last time you opposed the left rad chat? Well, if the non-left rad coalition could hold together for other polls, it wouldn't be a problem. Already demands for a revote. I wonder if do you think that the side that's got more votes right now is calling for the revote? We'll get a little rocky here. Deng will ascend to emperorship. Let's see here. Doom, 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 doom. About a minute and 15 seconds more of voting. Let's just call it a minute. Left right is hard. Performance is easy for a beginner like CHD. No offense. Oh, I'm offended, NPC Porky. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Polls are closed. They are closed. And in the runoff election, the winner with 54% of the vote is the Reformist Party, which includes everybody's favorite Yi Jianying and also Deng Xiaoping, I guess. So we are going to try to go reformist here. Okay, that was the most important poll. The rest of these aren't going to take so long. We're going to hit it. All right. Yeah, let's see here. Death the coalition monsters. We're going to reform the legacy. Now, let's actually get into it. So it's the 4th day of February, 1976, and let's go. Congratulations on your appointment to the post of the Premier of the State Council of the People's Republic of China, Comrade Hua Guofeng. As you know, your predecessor was Zhou Enlai, who gained popularity and respect among the people at home and abroad for his honesty and administrative talents. However, he was also an active promoter of economic reforms and promoted reformers in the party, such as his protege, Deng Xiaoping. For these reasons, the death of Zhao on January 8, 1976 caused great grief among the people, which dissatisfied Mao and the leadership of the CCP, who reacted very reservedly to his death. Under the decree of Mao, the campaign of 5 No was launched. No mourning bands, no making of wreaths, no memorials, no memorial ceremonies, and no photos of Zhao Enlai, which so far do not cause anything except discontent. And you, as a new prime minister, can influence its execution. I'll do a sell. This is gonna sell on Alibaba. Okay, so let's get a new straw poll going. So from here on, the straw polls are gonna be much shorter, maybe like 2 minutes. Okay, let's see. 5 no's, decision. I'm gonna do 1. Let it pass. 2. Execute Mao decrees. 3. Mao decrees and more, or sabotage. Oops, hold on. 4. Sabotage no campaign. All right. The polls are open. You've got 2 minutes. Go, 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 go. 10 Bravification says, perhaps we can have a compromise table. Yes, I know that we Rad Lefts won. We would have purged the rest of you, but since we didn't outrun, let's call for stability with the boats. I think what the left radicals need to do is, now that they've lost, they need to call for some bipartisanship. See, that's what you do, so it's classy when, you know, you're the losers, and then you say, look, we just want to be bipartisan, and then you put the pressure on the other side to work with you, or else they're being jerks. Anyone else watching this on Weibo? So, vote, vote, vote. Vote, vote, vote. Quickly now, quickly. I'll tell you what, this Jinro, it's a nice aperitif. Feels like it's good for the digestive system. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, sabotage looks like it's winning. Well, let me actually look at the results here. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and close the polls. The polls are closed. The winner with 30... actually, no, it's not over. Okay, tie-breaking vote. The top 2 are tied. Next vote in will decide it. That's it. Number 1, let it pass. See how it goes. That's what won with 36% of the vote. Number 4, incidentally, was gently sabotaged the campaign. So we're going to let it pass and see how it goes. As part of the campaign, government and police officers... By the way, let me know if the music's too loud or anything. As part of the campaign, government and police officers removed improvised memorials and tore down posters marking Xiao Enlei's achievements. Constant propaganda aimed at denigrating Xiao and bans on open commemoration of the deceased caused widespread discontent of people within Mao Zedong and the top party, especially his wife Jing. Alright, we have some researches here done. Let's get to work. We're wanting to, improve the corridor stuff so we can get our industry up and running later. Okay. Then, let's unpause and keep moving forward. New event! Criticize Deng and fight with right. The death of Zhu Enlai seriously affected the position of his protege Deng Xiaoping, who was left without the patronage of the former prime minister. He's now under constant attack by the radicals headed by Mao Zedong's wife Jiang Qing. And on February 2nd, Xiaoping was transferred to work in the fields of external relations. Don't worry, he's not like the rice fields. With the permission of Mao Zedong and her supporters, they managed to launch a campaign called Criticize Deng and Fight with Right, and begin an active persecution of Deng in the media. It is noteworthy that although Mao treats Xiaoping with disbelief, he is not yet participating in his persecution. And what should we do, given that Hao Guofeng has never been on good terms with either Jiang Qing or Xiaoping? Alright. Yeah. Alright, so let me set up the next straw poll. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Okay, hold on a second, 1, do nothing. 2, join in Deng persecution. Stand for Deng. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to create the poll. There we go. All right. So the polls are open. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Go. And while you guys vote, I'm gonna get some water. So I'll be right back. And I'm going to be streaming for about another hour, guys, okay? Even if we die, we'll just start over and we'll go faster. Alright. What, like 50 seconds left? Vote, vote, vote. Vote, vote, vote. Vote, 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 vote. Let's see here. Ooh. Sign up here to be a left rad poll watcher. You know, just gonna go hang out. So I had a friend who he runs a small business here in El Paso, and one of his employees wanted to take the day off on election day to go watch the polls. Like, he actually told him that. He didn't even lie to my friend. He just went, yeah, I just want to go, you know, watch the polls. Keep an eye out. And so my friend, I don't even want to say what his beliefs are. We don't talk about those sorts of things. But he told me he just kind of looked at the guy for a little bit and then just said, yeah, man, you got work to do. And so, oh, man. What a reason to get the day off. All right, polls are closed. Polls are closed. The results, with 53% of the vote, is do nothing. Deng Xiaoping, Jiang Qing and Xiaoping each other stand. Or can't stand each other? What? Yeah. Let's see. What's so wrong about it, Tenbray? You know, just people want to go hang out at the polls. You know, some people like to go to the coffee shop. Some people like to go hang out at polling stations. Are you some kind of fascist that you don't allow that? Anyway, you know, I'm being lighthearted, Tenbray. You're great. I've actually always wanted to work a poll one day, but I'm usually quite busy, so I don't think I'd be able to have the day off. But, like, actually, you know, be an election worker. It'd just be interesting. It's like, I don't know, maybe I'm a weirdo. It's like one of those things, like, I'd love to do jury duty one day to see what it's like to serve on a jury. But no jury will ever take me because I study society. So every time that comes up, they're like, you know what, get the fuck out of here. You know, the prosecutions hate people like me. Okay, so criticize Deng and fight with right. In the media controlled by Jiang Qing's group, active persecution of Deng Xiaoping and his ideas began. Deng himself spends these months at home waiting for his fate. Like any action of the Jiang Qing group, this one did not arouse any sympathy among the people, where Xiaoping was respected for contacting popular Zhao in Lei and for participating in correcting the consequences of the Great Leap. Provincial party committees also joined the criticism of Xiaoping soon after Mao issued a directive on March 3rd, confirming the legitimacy of the Cultural Revolution and noting that Deng Xiaoping is an internal problem of the country. It ain't fun, it's boring as all hell. I'm sure it is. But, you know, I was in the military. I know all about sitting around doing nothing, being bored. You know, now that I think about it, I haven't gotten one of those letters asking me to... Well, probably it's because, you know, the Backstreet Boys reunion tour has been going on, but even before that, I think it had been a pretty long time since I got one of those letters asking me to come to jury duty. So yeah, I'm probably just on a list, like just like don't call this guy in. Let's see. Elections in Thailand after the fall of the military junta in 1973 and the transfer of power to the civilian government in Thailand. Okay, basically what's going on here, because I'm going to do a pre-recorded series at some point and read all this stuff. Is that a Futurama reference, Andres? I like that. Basically, what do we want to do about Thailand? Do we want to intervene or like just stay out of Thailand? Do we want to support the Communist Party by them creating a coalition with the left? Or do we want to say fuck elections and instead fund guerrilla warfare? Okay, so, oops, went to the wrong website. Trying to type in straw poll. There we go. Okay, so, give me a second. Okay, 2. Let's see, hold on. Let's do not intervene. Okay, 3 left coalition party, or 3. Fuck elections. Fund war. Okay. Okay. Alright. Alright, the polls are open. Damn, Nick, you actually know like how much influence each decision will make and stuff like that? That's pretty cool. Uh-huh. Sounds like you're not a fan of Splitters! Tenbray. You need to get Indonesia and Korea, you could always just print more money. I've heard. Does Mao Zedong own a money printer, though? Can't go burr without a money printer. Dun, 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 dun. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bum 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 bum. Vote, 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 vote. Dun, dun, the night of the long claws. Let's do like another 45 seconds of voting. Mm-hmm. Dun, 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 dun. Look at the poor Thai people, only the might of Chinese arms can save them. Chinese guns means buff Chinese men. That's an interesting poster, by the way. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, polls are closed. Polls are closed. Let's look at the results. By a single vote, with 39% of the vote, the winner is support the Communist Party of Thailand and create a coalition with the left and the Democrats. Oh, it's actually a tie again, but I already said the polls are closed. Sorry, guys. I got to punish y'all if you don't vote quickly. All right, let's hit it. We managed to provide substantial support for the CPT and to achieve an alliance with various moderate left-wing activists. As a result, the Social Action Party received the largest number of votes, which formed a coalition with the Democratic Party and the CPT. Ruralists and the government officers unhappy with the strengthening of the left. Situation's heating up. Yes, I get. Sorry, warmongers. The Democratic Socialists win. Burn it down. New event. And again, Zhou Enlai. You should invade the Poles. There you go. In March 25th, 1976. Hey, the Polish have nothing to do with this. Anyway, an article was published in the Shanghai newspaper in which the late Zhou Enlai was counted among the capitalist roasters, aka supporters of the capitalist path. The material appeared at the direction of the head of the Shanghai Party organization, Zheng Junqiao, excuse me. Let's see. The article also sharply criticizes both Deng Xiaoping and his reform ideas. This article is actually for the first time publicly accusing Zhao of sympathizing with capitalism and is not known how the people will react to it. So, let's do a straw poll here. Article against Zhao. 1. Do nothing. 2. Withdraw the material. 3. Support the article. Alright. Copy and paste. Polls are open. We'll go until about 41 minutes into the stream. Alright. Chris Niera. Okay, Chris, what basically happened, and you're going to have to vote kind of quickly, is somebody published an article criticizing Zhou Enlai, and who was the protege, or I should say, who Deng Xiaoping was a protege of, saying that Zhou Enlai was a capitalist, so we can do nothing when the article gets published. We could try to suppress the article, or we could actually support the article. Herblo, you might say that this article is a bunch of commie bull. Oh man, I'm a funny guy. We said, oh no, major memes are about to happen. Alright. Only Mao and Sun Yat-sen can be compared to Zhou Enlai in terms of endearment to Chinese people. Well, Let's see then if everybody in the chat agrees, then they're gonna say we need to prohibit the publication of this nasty article. White Wolf 11 says, "Yo, give me the math." What do you mean? What math? You guys got about 45 seconds left to vote. Bloody left radicals are sabotaging this reformist path. 3. Guys, here's how Mao Zedong can still win. He can come back. Or I guess he's already won. That's a bad example. Yeah, like the freaking left radicals, somehow you guys are going to all vote like Deng Xiaoping into power, and China's going to be like 21st century rich in the year 1980 somehow. Just going to get crazy. And then we'll be going, guys, here's how we could still send Deng Xiaoping into a re-education camp. Okay, polls are closed right now. It's over. The winner with 44% of the vote is support the thesis of the article and distribute them in the media. Party support's gone up quite a bit. Let's see. If you abandon Maoism, things get really mad. You can remove the one-child policy and the population can reach 1 billion before 1980. I think that's an achievement, actually, if you hit 1 billion Chinese people before 1980. The two-child policy. So you picked up the thesis of the article and began to publish it in the media and outside of Shanghai, which the party certainly liked, but not the people. The publication, perceived as an insult to the deceased and the beginning of a repressive ideological campaign of radicals, provoked protests in a number of cities in the Yangtze Valley. A special scale of the protests took place in Nanjing. And thanks to your efforts, the protests have spread to other parts of China, including Beijing. Fortunately, the situation is still under control. Yeah, it's not just free press. It's like we read that article and we were like, yeah, you're goddamn right. Let's keep moving. Some Frenchie says, I'm going to Vietnam. These reformists are truly the death of China. Hey, Frenchie, I don't think it worked out so well the last time you were in Vietnam. Now, the Tiananmen incident, which is not to be confused with the Tiananmen incident of 1989, where nothing happened in Tiananmen Square one day. This is a separate incident that actually did happen in real life. Which is not to say the 1989 incident where nothing happened didn't happen in real life, but this is a separate thing that happened after Zhou Enlai died. Numerous attempts by the CCP to discredit the late Zhou Enlai have caused discontent among the people. So basically it's April 4th, which is a day of remembrance. Millions of people are going into Tiananmen Square. Okay, so what are we going to do about it? We cleared the area of wreaths, but the people who came on the morning of April 5th demand they be returned. At the same time, there are calls for the overthrow of Mao Zedong and Jiang Qing and demands of genuine Marxism-Leninism. Probably should say Marxist-Leninism. Jiang Qing calls for a harsh suppression of protests, and Wu Di seems to want to avoid violence, but the final decision is yours. Okay. So let me type this up. So what are we going to do about the protests? Hold on a second. Okay. One. Dang it. I'm trying to freaking. There we go. Two. Okay, 3 is. Wait a minute, we don't get a choice. We can't take the third path. People don't want to go away. It's just not happening. I guess it's because the support of the people has gotten that low. So we only have 2 choices. We can either disperse with the army or ask them to go away and then disperse anybody who resists. So hold on. Alright, the polls are open. We'll go until like 46, 45-ish. Yeah. Start deporting them to the Gobi Desert to farm. That's why they say pound sand. You gotta flatten the earth first. They'll go away voluntarily if you make some concessions earlier. Interesting, interesting. Thank you so much, Nick, by the way. I usually don't like it when people backseat game, but I don't get the sense that you're backseat gaming. It's more that you're offering advice of like, yo, this is the consequences of what will happen. And you're also not being rude about it. You've got a good attitude about it. So thank you very much, Nick. Alright, halfway through the stream. Let's pour some more Asian spirit. Here we go. Cheers, everybody. Here's to Nick and everybody who aids in a polite manner, and all the great, stream watchers. Guys, got about a little over 30 more seconds to vote. Let's see. Oh, that's right! NPC Porky's completely correct. I haven't been investing my money. Alright, so we're gonna do that. Am I drinking Mao Tai? No, but I did pick up some Asian spirit. It's called a Jinro, which is apparently the world's #1 spirit, which I guess makes sense if it's popular in America, or excuse me, in Asia. Then of course, it doesn't matter if like it's not really a Western drink. Yeah, some tool tips in the game would be pretty nice, Nick. So the polls are closed, and the winner with 76% of the vote, pretty overwhelming victory, is ask them to go away and disperse the resistance. Alright. At 6:30 in the evening, Wu Dai through the loudspeakers called on the crowd to disperse. Many left, but about 1,000 people remained. At night, subunits of the city police and troops of the Beijing garrison were introduced into the square, dispersing the demonstration. Here were no people killed, but violence and beatings were used. About 700 people were arrested. In the following days, Tiananmen Square will remain under military and police control. It seems we managed to suppress the speeches without bloodshed and cruelty. The events on Tiananmen were officially declared a counter-revolutionary incident, the responsibility for which was assigned to Deng Xiaoping. At the suggestion of Mao Zedong, the Politburo dismissed Deng Xiaoping from all his posts, but retained his membership in the CCP. Deng Xiaoping himself at this time is in Guangzhou under the protection of his old comrade-at-arms, commander of the Guangzhou Military District, Zhu Shiyu. Alright, so we need to stop here for a second, and we need to deal with the economy. Let's get that state mechanism up. We're going to get dip missions down, envelopes for party members we're going to go down. We're going to crank up the MSS a bunch. Agriculture can go down because industry and agriculture can only go so high right now because we're dealing with some negative effects. Oh yeah, well, you guys are saying suck it, Deng, but you guys voted to go reformist, and Deng is the reformist guy, so I don't know about all this. But it's your choice. Hold on a sec, wait, what's this with the state debt? Do we want to do anything with the state debt? Hold on a sec. So, but anyway, cheers. Here's to Deng. Whether you love him or hate him, at least he's moving around he's as a player on the board. So, anything else? Yeah, industry down. So Deng is not my chairman. He was at the very bottom of this chart. He still is. Look at his bar. It's completely empty. He fucking hates us right now. But that's just really funny. Hashtag not my chairman. Hashtag not my premier. Let's see. That was a hard call. What? Mao Zedong? Communism? Nothing happened in 1989? Come on, comrade. We must expel the Germans and Japanese imperialists and unify our nation. Oh, so you're in the Kaiserreich timeline, too. Oh, yeah, science. You're right. I need to invest in science. Yeah, let's crank that baby up. Let's maybe actually get this down a little bit. Do that. This soundtrack is the shit, man. Oh, it's great. Excuse my language, but it just is. It's so refreshing. If you can get science to at least 15 by 1978 at the latest, you'll be pretty good off. Nice. You know what? I need to be writing some of this stuff down. Where's my clipboard? Seriously, where's my clipboard? Did I take it in the other room? Okay, next time we're voting on something, I'll go look for my clipboard. What are you talking about? Deng put us in debt. We're not in debt now. Okay, there's the Tangshan earthquake. Hold on a second. I don't know if this is something we're going to have to vote on. On July 28th, a magnitude 8.2 earthquake on the Richter scale occurred in the city of Tangshan, Hebei province at 0342 local time, as a result of which the city was almost completely destroyed. The destruction also took place in Tiananmen and Beijing, located just 140 kilometers to the west. Several aftershocks, the strongest of which had a magnitude of 7.1, led to even greater sacrifices. According to preliminary data, from 200 to 600,000 people died. According to the head of the Shanghai City Seismological Department, Zhang Jun, the main reason for the colossal destruction was the lack of the necessary measures of seismic protection during the construction. Okay, so now this was also something that for real happened, and I'd love to talk about it, as well as another earthquake it could be compared to, but I'm going to save that for the time when I do a pre-recorded series. Alright. Let's see. So, earthquake response. Hey guys, we've already gotten further than we did this morning. Allocate funds. Hold on a sec, Alright, there's a lot to type out here, guys, so give me a second. Restoring 2, request for an aid 3, let's see, hold on. Funds for restoring and incidentally, so I did get an email this morning after I finished the stream. So it's kind of weird, believe it or not, that there's actually levels of copyrighted music. And so sometimes you've got like different types of copyright. So sometimes, like, maybe if you might use a copyrighted thing, YouTube will find out and they'll just like block the video entirely. But there's like, I think 3 different tiers. Basically, the tier of copyrighted music that's on this soundtrack is basically the email said, yes, this is copyrighted, but the owner of the copyright doesn't care, so you can use it. So we will continue to be able to listen to the game's music, and you know, well, it won't demonetize the video or get me in any trouble or block it. Okay, anyway, so number 3, funds for restoring and develop protection system. System. Or 4, let locals deal with it. Okay, so sorry for the delay. Alright. Polls are open. You got 2 minutes, so about 55:30. Alright. Uh-huh. Alright, so while you guys vote, I'm gonna go look for my clipboard. Where's my clipboard? Odd. Okay. All right, can't freaking find it. You guys got about what was it, like 30 more seconds? Okay. I guess I'll just write some notes on not my clipboard. Let's do it on my desk. Let's see here. All right, about 5 more seconds. Oh my gosh, this was overwhelming though. Hey, see you later, Andres. Have a good night. So the winner is, oh, first off, polls are closed. So 84%, a huge margin of victory, especially considering it was a 4-way race. Is we could allocate funds for the restoration and development of the earthquake protection system, which is going to take away 5 from our budget. We currently only have 2.9, so we're going to be in debt here, but I can fix that in just like a second. Interesting, 0% went to people saying request foreign aid, which I just realized I did a typo on. Funds from the PRC were immediately allocated to carry out rescue and restoration work, which made it possible to mitigate the effects of the earthquake. The earthquake in Tangshan today turned out to be the second in history of the number of victims after the Jiangxi earthquake in 1556. Oh, I was going to talk about this. That's funny. Game beat me to it. Good design. Good writing. Additional funding was also provided for the construction of earthquake-resistant buildings in hazardous regions, and numerous tests were carried out on the suitability of current buildings, which revealed numerous violations. We hope that in the future this will help to avoid so many victims. Alright. So, yep, you're right, you are correct. So, budget cut time, baby. Cut the welfare. No, I don't think so. Not when the support of the people is already dropping pretty consistently. Let's just bring the science back down a little bit. And maybe a tiny bit on the agriculture as well. We'll work it out from there. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I think if we tell the people, yeah, the schools and healthcare go bye-bye. I don't think that's going to work out very well for us. Oh, that's interesting. NATO is considered a country, and then France and is not. It's like collectively a country. They are far left. We could support Maoist operations in NATO? Oh, no, I'm not allowed to out there. I guess it says, yeah, every year. Let's see, but we can start an operation to capture Hong Kong and Macau if we have at least 5 million in the budget and Britain loses the Falkland War. Huh. Yeah, I know, Nick. You're right, but you're right. I should have brought this up for people who didn't know. So this is not the entire world, of course, at least not the relevant world. So we can deal with Indonesia down here, Malaysia, Rhodesia, which is a thing, and the United States of America, because none of them are on the map. Why is Switzerland part of NATO? It's not. No, it's its own thing. Put money in a secret Communist Party, Chinese Communist Party account. So definitely some interesting interactions out here that we could do. Yeah, let's go ahead and close that. Support Philippine rebels. We could support the Maoists. We have an army strength of at least 3. We've got 4 agent networks. Our diplomatic reputation is more than 75, and we haven't supported them this year. If you go reformist, you should go the historical path with Kong and Macau. What? Why are you guys saying Switzerland's part of NATO? Are you guys trolling me? Look at it. It doesn't get highlighted. The only deal we'll make with America is nukes flying. Oh, sorry. I just didn't realize. I gotta remember that, when I was moving. Let's see here. We can support rebels in the East. Normalize relationships. Start a border war for the disputed territories. Well, we don't have a reason for war right now, so we won't be doing that. The death of Helmsman. Hold on a second. Let's see, look something up. Okay. Death of Helmsman. A terrible thing happened after 2 transferred heart attacks on September 9th at 10:00 hours. No, that's not right either. On an 83rd year of life, the great leader and teacher of the Chinese people, Chairman Mao, passed away. As long as all the people in the party are grieving, we need to convene the funeral commission and decide how we're going to conduct the chairman on his last journey. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. Dang it, I couldn't even get the... I don't have any, like, mocos, so I couldn't do the sniffly thing there. So, yeah, how are we going to blame this on Deng? Now, I thought we were trying to go reformist, guys. Why are we still blaming everything on Deng? Do we not understand what the reformists are? Anyway, let me make the straw poll here. Now, funeral choice. Okay. All right. Let's see what the options are here. Number 1. Let's see here. Mao's cremation wishes. 2. Build Mao mausoleum. 3. Let funeral commission decide. Alright, let's make the poll. Copy and paste. Alright, the polls are open. You have 2 minutes. Let's see. Look at these reformists celebrating the great chairman's death. How can they lead China when they can't respect its architects? That was like a stat I heard. How the first generation of voters in South Africa, like people who had been born post-apartheid, like that first wave of them, when they could vote, like the African National Congress was the like their least favorite party in the polling. Even though the African National Congress, and I'm not saying how I feel about it or not, but it's like one of those things. It's like the African National Congress is pretty much the foundations of South Africa post-apartheid. You know, all those like their values, their that movement. But the people born after apartheid ended, it's like, nah, fuck them. Okay, so vote. A mausoleum. Yep, you're right. That was a missed opportunity. So you see, this is kind of interesting because the people who worship Mao, what are they going to do? It's like, well, Mao is correct, so we have to just cremate him like he wanted. Or is it just, no, we have to build a mausoleum to Mao because he's so great, but then you're saying Mao was wrong in what he wanted to do after his death? Ooh, it could be brain-splittingly awful for the Mao cult. Make a holy temple. Are you implying religion in China? Okay. About 25 more minutes, guys. Okay, wordplay, come on. Alright, so the polls are now closed. The winner is... Tanky brain's exploding right now. Yeah, so the winner was, number 1, we're going to do Mao's wishes. Cremate Mao according to his wishes and build a memorial with 52% of the vote. So it's a majority in a three-way race. You know, straight up. Good. Okay, after Mao's death was announced, his body was placed in the House of People's Congregations for weeks so everyone could say goodbye to the chairman. Mourning was declared throughout the country. Many Chinese people have come to pay their last honors to their great leader and teacher. After the deadline, Mao's body was cremated according to his wish in the urn with ashes. After 3 minutes of silence and Hua Guofeng's farewell speech in Tiananmen Square was walled up in a monument specially built on the same square. How do you vote in the polls? You just click on the option. You just click on the straw polling and go from there. Alright, let's carry on. We'll carry on. We'll carry on. Except it should be the red parade. Instability in Thailand. What? These are really interesting posters that they have found, like, for the art. Against the backdrop of social instability and constant confrontation between left and right forces, the royal family of Thailand decided in September to organize the return to the country of the radical right General Thamnon Kittikachorn, the country's former prime minister responsible for the bloody repression and overthrow by public speeches in 1973. I think that's more broken English. Kittikachorn himself was not wanting to return to politics and wished to take monasticism, but the official announcement of his return and his meeting with the king caused dissatisfaction of a part of society with the right. Premier Pramod resigned, which however was rejected. A wave of student and trade union demonstrations swept throughout Thailand, one of which is taking place at the Thammasat University, to which right-wing militias are already raiding. According to our data, the military are preparing a brutal suppression of the demonstration. Okay, so we're going to probably do like back-to-back polls here in a second. So let me first do this one. Straw poll. Thailand issue. Oops. Thailand issue. Oh, dang it. I had the caps lock on. Not our business. Whoop. Not our business, or send armed commies to help. Condemn Thailand Gov. Okay. Whoops. Ah. Hold on. 1 dash. Alright, poll is up. But yeah, we'll figure out what to do with Pol Pot here in a second. Oh, here's the freaking ultranationalists. Yeah. I'm pretty sure everybody hates Pol Pot, so I think I know how the poll will go anyway, but we'll wait. We'll wait. Alright, but vote, vote, vote. 2 minutes, everybody. 2 minutes. We already got into it. Might as well send arms. Just double down. Double down. Thailand is the gate to Southeast Asia. We need friendly. The ashes of Thailand will be a Maoist utopia. Damn, this song goes hard. The whole soundtrack does, but this one, yeah. I really wish I knew why Straw Poll puts things in a certain order on the results tab, because sometimes it puts whoever's winning the poll on top, but not really. It just kind of seems to just shuffle things. It's a bop and it slaps. Right, about 45 more seconds. That's a good question, Ted Bray. Is there any oil in Thailand? Yeah, good song, groove too. Boy, this is just comfy. Had the day off work, hanging out with y'all, listen to this bop, sipping some Asian spirits. Sometimes life's alright. Republic, more like not Republic. Checkmate, reformists. Yeah. We need to have a turning point China. Let's see here. Okay, that's it. Polls are closed. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't have that they were open in the screen. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So the winner, and it's a huge margin once again, is to send armed CPT units to help demonstrators and provoke an uprising. That's 81% of the vote. Yeah, the Vietnam War is over in 76. It's already over by then. Thanks to our support and the efforts of special services, the armed militants of the CPT came to Tangshan University and together with the students started a battle with the right-wing militants, the outcome of which was decided only by the police that arrived to the right. However, by this time, clashes and demonstrations were already taking place all over Bangkok, to suppress which the army and police were thrown. I don't think these games are originally made in English, and sometimes it kind of shows with the translation. But it's okay. It's okay. The passion is there, and there's enough context. We can figure it out. Prime Minister Pramoj was arrested by the military. This cruelty in the beginning of chaos plunged society into shock and forced many students, trade union activists, and workers to go into the cells of the CPT, which, taking advantage of the chaos, launched a full-scale offensive from the north of the country. Yeah, fuck Pol Pot. No, I shouldn't influence. Let's actually find out what you guys are going to do. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to stay paused here, and we're going to do another extremely important poll about the Pol Pot issue. So it's basically, hold on, stop, kill him, leave him alone. So, all right, vote, guys. What are we gonna do with Pol Pot? I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a one-way issue because Pol Pot might be the most universally hated dictator in the 20th century. Like, you know, Stalin's got his, got his people who go like, oh, he was a monster, but that industrialization dough. And then, of course, you have straight-up racists who like the Nazis. And Hitler, he was like, Hitler was all right, man. He was all like, he just cared about Germany, bro. And then, Toho, the whole thing with Imperial Japan, they've definitely got defenders. But Pol Pot, don't nobody like Pol Pot. But maybe I'm wrong. Let's see what the polls are. Glasses gang, rise up. You gotta rise up when you got astigmatism. Gotta rise up when you're a little nearsighted. Gotta rise up. Let's see. If you don't remove them via diplomacy versus November, Vietnam will invade. Interesting. Let me write that down. Let's see. Vote. I feel like people who are voting to leave Pol Pot, though, might be wanting to do it because they want to see the Vietnamese invade him. Pol Pot only has sympathizers with hardcore Maoists. Really hardcore, I'd imagine. Like, geez, we're talking about Cambodia is the only country on earth that has more mass graves than Spain. Pol Pot, a Cambodian noodle. That's a nice one, Risky 3. Yeah. Well, this morning when Pol Pot came up, I was talking about how there was this guy on YouTube. I wish I could remember his name. But he was working on this project. I discovered him when I was learning a bunch of leftist music for the CSA campaign, like Woody Guthrie and other people like him. Anyway, so you're pretty sure Pol Pot is secretly Deng? Let's see. Supporting Pol Pot against Vietnam was something the USA and Maoist China agreed on. Well, the Maoists are going to support the Maoists, and the United States was a little bit pissed with Vietnam at the moment. I'm talking about nowadays. But what was I gonna say? What was I getting at? Oh yeah, like I was saying this morning. So there was a dude who he's been working on like a project, or I don't know if he is anymore. I'd have to find him on the internet, but he was trying to collect at least a couple of leftist songs from every single country on Earth, which was really interesting. And sometimes he had like subsets of songs, so like we're talking like Bengali communist music, you know, not just Indian, but specifically Bengali, stuff like that. Anyway, and so I got recommended a video from this dude in which he talked about his personal political beliefs, and he didn't go into too much detail, but he basically just said, philosophically, I'm in favor of anything on the left. If it's anarchy, communism, socialism, whatever, he's just going on and on about that. And then he says, except if you say you're the Khmer Rouge, they were not leftists, and then he just goes off on them. He just goes off on the Khmer Rouge about how like they're actually right-wing nationalists, which it's a bit, yeah, you know, friggin' when you're genociding in that number, you start kind of going beyond ideology. That's what I'll say. Anyway, let's look at the results. So, wow, almost exactly 2/3. Well, not exactly with the votes, but you know what I mean. 66% of the Pol Pot on the Pol Pot issue say we need to stop and/or kill him, and 36% leave him alone. I'm really surprised. I really thought it would have been much more overwhelming, like kind of like that earthquake thing, kind of getting the 80s and the 90s. Oh, the Khmer Rouge shows up in the New Order? I didn't even know that. I haven't really looked into Asia too much in the New Order so far. I've been having way too much fun in Russia. So, where was I? Oh, the Gonzalo people in Peru? That's some craziness. And it ended so cartoony. But that's a story for another day. But I find, like, 1990s Peru absolutely fascinating. So let's see what we could... You know what actually do? I'm gonna make a save file here. Give that a second. Hold on. Alright. So now we're gonna go here to Cambodia. And we can support the rebellions of the military in order to overthrow Pol Pot, because Cambodia is pro-Chinese. We haven't supported them before. Mao has died. And our agent networks and money is not less than 3. So we've got that both up. Agent network is here. So we're at 9.2. You can get Maoist Afghanistan, but it's extremely hard. Well, shit. Now I know what I want to do. Hardcore Maoist Afghanistan. Jesus, a bunch of people just like asleep at their desks because the U.S. Pentagon right now just like woke up in a cold sweat, just hearing the words Maoist Afghanistan. All right, so we just click support the rebellion, then it's gonna happen, right? Because we're already supporting over here, yeah. Is there a way to look at like the progress of it, so we can kind of see like how well that's actually going? Oh, no, that's it. It's done. Like, we just did it, right? Because I just noticed they just turned red. So he's dead, yeah? They just went red? Okay, they start with 3 support for the Soviet... 3 support versus 97 for the Soviet commies, and both the US and Soviets are against you. Oh, okay. Okay, go to wars. So there's a civil war in Thailand right now, because we pretty much sparked that. So right now they're 30% communists, 70% loyalists. We have a few different things we can do here, except not really, because I guess we can't afford or we don't have the intervention points for them. But I think we can do the diplomacy thing once, right? So we can try it. We want them to go communists, yeah? Now I know right now our relations with the USSR is actually lower than that with the US, but actually, yeah, what do we want to do? I guess let's vote on this. Because we got reformists here, so you probably want to help, you know, to get closer to the United States. So, civil war with, yeah, Pol Pot gone crap rave. You're right. Hold on. Whoops. I almost said civil war with Thailand. Alright. Okay, copy and paste. The polls are open. Diplomatic support is a freebie. You can use one for war. Yeah, I remember that in the tutorial. Stop comparing. Stop comparing us with liberals. Yeah. Support rebels in the Philippines. You got to do it every year. Ah. So now, okay, well, you guys vote on that. Take a couple minutes. Let's, go to the economy and I guess start to get more dip missions. So then what should we take it out of, though? Well, the support of the party is kind of higher now, so maybe we can get the Secret Service up a bit. Let's go to 5, maybe. We unalived Pol Pot, the Maoists. Yeah, we supported them already this year. Oh, it is. It is overwhelming. I think we could just go ahead and stop it because this lead is insurmountable. Because like most of you have voted already, but it's 95% say help the commies. So, which kind of makes sense. Yeah. NPC Pork says cut welfare, but if I cut welfare, won't that mean the populace starts to turn against me? Hey Tim Kajar, the name of the game is China, Mao's Legacy. Surge says 96. Yeah, it's at 96%. The margin of victory is getting even bigger. So yeah. The reformists would apologize to Japan for asking for it during the century of humiliation. Come on, Japan, you wanted that to happen. We saw your short skirts and doomy pumps. Wait, what was I doing? Wait, no. We need to go. All right, you have a good night, NPC Pork. By the way, less than 10 minutes, I'm going to be ending today's stream. Just a reminder. Wait, I'm blanking out. Where were we going? Oh, Thailand. Yeah, we got to go. Wait, blanking out. Oh, the Civil War decision. Yeah, we're going to wars. So we're going to diplomatically help the communists. We're up to 32 now. All right, then. Yeah, I already supported the rebels here, but we can't do it again this year, so we're going to have to wait until 1977 to keep helping them. Welfare is standard of living. Propaganda directly affects the pop support. Oh, okay. Well, then I guess let's go back to the economy here, and yeah, we'll cut welfare a little bit and up propaganda instead. Oh, new event. Gang of Four time. Now that our chairman Mao Zedong has passed away, the internal party struggle again flared up in the CCP. On the one hand, there are four closest to the great helmsman supporters of the line on the continuation of the Cultural Revolution, but with a course on normalizing relations with the USSR. Jiang Qing is Mao's spouse and head of the, or widow now, and the head of the Cultural Revolutionary Group of the CPC Central Committee. Wang Hongwen is a prominent member at the 10th Party Congress. He was actually declared the successor to Mao. Zhang Chongqiao and Yao Wenyon, on the other hand, the reformers who are gaining strength, led by the disgraced ideologist of the half-market reforms of the early 1970s, Deng Xiaoping, who are in favor of the earliest possible withdrawal of the Cultural Revolution, the beginning of large-scale market reforms with the unchanged anti-Soviet course. Moreover, it is the left radicals who are currently the greatest threat to our government, but to neutralize them, it will be necessary to ally with reformers, such as Secretary of Defense Yi Jianying. Maybe it's better to negotiate with them and use them to fight reformers? Okay, this really needs to be cleaned up into English. So, here we go. Gang of Four decision. If I do a planned economy or automation run, you can probably eliminate welfare completely. Interesting. Alright, so Gang of Four decision. Arrest all four. Arrest Wang and Jiang. Compromise with others. Compromise and get radical support. Oops, I hit shift instead of caps lock, guys. Sorry. Do not interfere. I'm not trying. One of them is going to be in cap. You know what? Let me just take away the caps lock, because then you guys are going to say, "Oh, he wants us to do this." Compromise and get radical support. There, lowercase like the rest. All right, let's create the poll. Let's see here. One of these choices is press X to die. Which one? That's the question. Well, that might be quite a way to end the stream, huh? Oh, the arguments in the chat are fantastic. The reformers are trying to purge us. But then it's going, stop the Cultural Revolution. It's killing China. Let's see. We need more Wang. Reform is the only path for China. No one gets out alive. Just the arguing, the arguing, the arguing. Let's see here. Oh, this is interesting. It's a tight vote. It's tight. Everybody's jockeying for position. This is not turning into a market run. Democracy is turning this into a tanky run. It's because I think the radical left voting bloc in the chat is solid, but the people who wanted reform are all split. But like the hardliners are just, this is what we're voting for. Boom. Yeah. Remove the Gang of Four! They stand in the way of Comrade Hua's great vision! No, we need to remove the radicals. It's nice to be on the fence right now. Kill! Arrest them all! Delete the four! Wang is my thing. Does that mean arrest Wang or not? The opposite of how it goes down. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Left, right, never split. Oh, man. I need a... Next time I'm doing this stream, I'm going to try to set it up so the chat could be like at the bottom here so you guys can see the arguments on the screen, anybody who watches later. It's really fun for me to watch. But we're going to go ahead and close the polls. Polls are closed. The winner with 48% of the vote is compromise and enlist the support of the radicals. All right. The growing influence of, the growing influence of reformers in the wake of Mao's death scared not only Guofeng but also the Wang Zheng Jiao Yao group. So the new chairman of the People's Republic of China decided to join forces with them. The negotiations were conducted through the mediation of Mao Yuanjing, Mao Zedong's nephew, for a long time. However, we managed to reach an agreement. In exchange for support, the Wang Zheng Yao group demanded removal from the post of the People's Republic of China Minister of Defense Marshal Yi Jianying, the transfer of the post of the chairman of the Military Council of the CPC Central Committee and the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the PRC to her. Comrade Guo Feng agreed to these terms. The Military Council, excuse me, just... Sorry, the people going, how is this reformist? We're literally allying with Jiang! Oh, man. The Military Council of the CPC Central Committee was headed by Wang Hongwang. Yao Wang Yuan became foreign minister, and Cheng Jilan, commander of the BLA Beijing Military District, became defense minister. At a meeting of the Political Bureau of the CPC Central Committee, Deng Xiaoping was again attacked, returning the slogan, criticize Deng and speak against the flow of the right bias aimed at revising the right decisions. The influence of Xiaoping began to decline again, especially due to the departure of his guardian angel Jining from the PLA command post. The people in the majority of the party, however, were dissatisfied with such a strange alliance, foreshadowing the continuation of the Cultural Revolution. Yeah. We got cooed by the rad left. How did this happen? We're smarter than this. Are you, though? You reformers are doing. Connor Scott says, everything is going as I have foreseen it. Everything is proceeding according to plan. But you know, we're going to go ahead and stop that there. Dang literally makes for this series here. Some of these titles and slogans are wordy. Yeah, a little bit. So, So, yeah, this is interesting. Let me definitely make a save file of this, which I'm going to pick up. I don't know if I'm going to continue this particular campaign tomorrow. We might pick it up the day after. Or, I don't know. We're going to have to see. But thank you very much for joining me. This was very interesting how you guys voted for us to go reformist, and yet Deng Xiaoping is getting fucked left, right, and center, and he's like the face of the reform. Yeah, let's take a look at our politics stuff here. Yeah, is he even on here? Deng Xiaoping. Yeah, he's not even on the board anymore. So the only reform... Oh, no, there he is. There's Deng Xiaoping. Deng Xiaoping's there, and then where's the other reformist? There's Yi Jianying, but he's lost his positions. So, anyway, this thank you very much for joining me, and thanks for those of you who donated through Super Chat. Appreciate that, Tenbray. You all have yourselves a wonderful evening, and yeah, you guys are just great. I'm just so happy how excited people have been for a new game on the channel. I always get quite nervous whenever I'm gonna introduce something new, because I'm afraid that like people aren't gonna like it, or worse, people just won't even care. So it means a lot to see people so, you know, impassioned, giving it a chance. Anyway, you all have a great night. Good night.